This week we're going to be talking about the reframe. The reframe is a very basic but powerful tool used in solution-focused therapy that basically takes a problem and turns it on its head. It helps us see it from a different perspective. It also compliments the family on their persistence and on their perseverance because, let's face it, these kids are hard and sometimes parents need that pat on the back. And reframing the problem always throws a compliment in there so that they can feel like they're doing something right. And that will help them keep going and try to keep combating this problem with their child. In IFE, we see a variety of problems, but we see a couple that come up over and over again. Oppositional behavior, drug use, depression, or self-harm are three that we see a lot. And so I wanted us to focus on those areas and how we can reframe those problems so that we can help others see them from a different perspective as well. When you look at oppositional behavior, a lot of times the reframe comes down to complimenting the parents on being so persistent in dealing with these behaviors over and over and over again, because oppositional behaviors can be very tiresome. So giving them that compliment is very important. So a child that is constantly defiant, refusing to clean their room, not wanting to do anything they're told, the reframe may turn into, well, Mom and Dad, I really see you persistent. You guys have committed yourself to this child and making sure that he does what you want him to do. And to the child, you may say, you sure are smart because you find a way to get out of doing everything. You find a way to excuse yourself from it all. I wonder how we can take Mom and Dad's persistence and your intelligence and put those together to find a way to solve this problem. So you've taken the defiant piece out. You've taken the parents' frustration out. And now you're trying to join them together so they can use their strengths of persistence and intelligence to solve a problem together. Sometimes it sounds a little simplistic, but it can be very powerful with the problems that these clients present. Drug use is another one. A lot of times the client may confess that they use the drug use because it helps them feel better, helps them deal with their anxiety. So you can compliment them on being in touch with their emotions, and they know when they need to cope with it by using drugs. So the reframe becomes, the problem is not the fact that you don't know how to cope, the problem is that you're using the wrong means to cope with. And so you then begin to focus on different means you can cope with. The compliment helps them see that they're not all bad. A lot of these kids have been told they're bad for their whole lives. And so the reframe helps them start to see that it's not about good and bad. Sometimes it's about making difficult choices. And giving them the power to change just even some language will help them make better choices. The reframe finds the strength in the problem. It finds the exception and gives the family a chance to build on that. The biggest strength you can do in building a reframe with the family is getting them to buy into it. You've got to sell it to them so that they know that you're on their side with it, that you want them to succeed. So take some time to practice with the reframes listed below. You can read through the slide presentation for a summary and also some examples, and then you can answer the questions below according to your category. If you have any trouble with those, please feel free to give me a call or send me an email so that we can discuss it. I want this to be an open dialogue where we can talk about the reframe and talk about any of the topics as they come up. Thanks for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.